This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
That sick kick has won him so many titles. Not one yet. Briscoe's still in the game. Give Roderick Strong credit. He didn't get all of it.
Welcome to Didn't Get All of It. I am back, and I'm Paul Griffin. And this week on the show, we believe we have a main event for NXT No Mercy, and CM Punk has a strap on, and we're going all in. But first, joining me this week on the pod is everybody. Even B-Rob's here.
Yes, I am also Paul Griffin.
And also here is Paul Griffin.
Yep.
I was hoping Noah or Cody would jump in there, but didn't happen. Noah's
I'm not
here.
Paul Griffin. That's you. Why would I answer to that?
It's also me.
This is going to be really bad for first-time listeners trying to figure out our voices. It's like, why is everyone on the show named Paul Griffin? And Noah?
Noah and the Pauls. That's what
Cody is also here. The whole Fatal 4 is here. First time in what, 3 weeks?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not Paul Griffin because I was here last week.
Mm-hmm.
Only people who weren't here last week are Paul Griffins.
Yes,
All right, that makes sense.
that makes sense. Yeah,
Is it NXT No Mercy? I'm like not confident that's the next pay-per-view.
it is.
It is.
Okay, good. I would have to edit that out, make it sound professional. But folks, what have you guys been up to? I had a fever yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But like not like a normal fever or like the worldwide fever. Mr. Worldwide.
What's
the
Mr.
fever.
Worldwide.
Oh, that's a
Dale.
different fever. I did not have that. I had the one where you lay in bed and wait until it goes away fever.
Okay. But not
Okay.
the take a test kind.
I mean, if it lasted longer than a day, I would have taken a COVID test, but I'm not doing that.
Sure.
Isn't it?
Did you know that
wild?
if you take a COVID test, that's how you have COVID? If you don't test, you don't know.
Schrodinger's COVID tests?
I think that was actually one of our former president's ideas to curbing the pandemic was stop testing. Then you won't know about it.
Cut it out. Why do you need to know?
The numbers will go down if you stop looking at them.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's just math.
Paul, how bad was your fever? Like, was it like 199 degrees?
No, wasn't that bad.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pretty high. Is that like a thing? Is that a song lyric?
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, where's the payoff?
What's the song?
HOTTOGO.
Oh, it's from that?
Yeah.
199 is really high, even for a song.
Didn't you make a Chappell Roan reference in the group chat this week? I thought
I
you
was
were gonna.
surprised.
I
by
might have.
that.
Me?
Yeah.
Pretty sure you did.
What did I say? I might have been sick. I've listened to more Chappell Roan in the last 2 months than I prefer, honestly.
Heck yeah.
Like, she's good, but she's not that good.
Oh, it was the Hangman Adam Page fan cam. Like Hangman Adam
Oh,
Page
that's what it
when
was.
Set to Chappell Roan.
Wait, what did
Pony Club.
You
Oh,
sent us
yeah, I sent that.
an edit of Hangman.
I found out that I like 2 Chappell Roan songs, and then I did a Chappell Roan Peloton ride, and I can confirm now that I only like 2 of those songs, and 30 minutes of it is a lot.
It's a specific
but-
vibe.
Shout out to her for telling her fans they're fucking creeps and weirdos. I love that.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite.
I
More people should
actually-
do that.
I actually have a hot take about that.
Is it hot to go?
No, she's kind of, like if
Why?
Yeah, what is she, Cody?
trying really hard not to get canceled here.
I don't think
She's kind
there's a
of a
way
bitch.
to not get canceled by this state. Whoa!
Kind of a bitch for having that take. I'm not gonna lie. You're famous. You have that comes with the territory. You got to deal with it. Sorry.
No, then
Yeah,
stop
people
being
are-
famous.
Yeah.
If
Exactly.
you like her so much, then you should be nice to them. They don't They don't have to do this for you.
Yeah, like
But
people can
two
be
things
weird.
can be true.
Cody
Two
out
things
here
can
being
be
like,
true.
I bought our
People-
house because I streamed a song on Spotify.
No, people should be nice to her and not be
I forgot
weirdos
Cody
and
doesn't have
not
Spotify.
be like mean to her. But at the same time, if someone just comes up politely and says, "Hey, can I take a photo with you?" Who do,
I
like?
don't think that's what she's talking about.
That's
she's
not
probably,
what she's talking about.
She's probably talking about the airport people that like meet Rhea Ripley at Red Eyes and trying to get her to sign a binder worth of bullshit.
Yes, that is
just
bullshit,
like
but-
go, hey, and take their phone out, snap a picture, and then walk away. Like don't even have an interaction. Just like you're a spectacle, anyways.
I mean, they kind of are. That's what celebrities are.
Don't be a freak, Cody.
Sorry, if like you can't handle it, then don't be famous.
I don't
Go
know.
away.
I feel like she's that she's willing to put that out there. I feel like shows that she has a backbone. Like, hey, don't be weird.
She also
I
says
think
she
it's a
doesn't
fine
like
thing.
being famous, so probably because people like Cody think she's a bitch.
Yes, so then go away. Then don't be famous.
B-Rob,
You
I know
chose to
this
do
is
that.
confusing. Chappell Roan is a new pop star that all the white people like.
I can tell.
She's okay.
I thought it was like a champagne or something, some kind of a drink. I don't know what that is.
You could make a drink named Chappell Roan. It'd have to be like a red drink.
Would you put bitters in it?
Yeah, probably. Because she's a bitter old bitch, right, Cody?
Oh no!
He said it, not me.
that was a good sting. I like that.
This is a wrestling podcast, so we're happy to inform people who are not part of the culture on our new pop stars in the white community. I assume next week Cody will be like, where are all the shows for our culture? And we'll have to talk about that. But this is a wrestling show, and that's part of all of our culture, right, B-Rob?
Yeah.
This week on the show, we're going to be talking a lot about All In, but before we get to that, let's talk about all of the WWE shenanigans from last week. Believe it or not, there is one thing worth talking about from SmackDown. Maybe two, if you count this time Roman Reigns got beat up instead of beat everybody up.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got that
That's
really
a slight
good
difference.
reaction image of him laying on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out the
that's about
gate.
it. Man, you guys were right about SmackDown last week. It sure is nothing.
It has an opening segment and an ending segment. That's really all
show-
you need to watch.
The show truly feels like they're trying to punish Fox for not renewing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And me by watching it, because it's really just a tough show to get through. But the Street Profits against DIY was go out of your way to watch. Fantastic. Like really, really fucking good. And the finish was bonkers. I can't even like begin to explain it. One, because it was so long ago, but there was like numerous near falls back to back and legit didn't know who was going to win.
I couldn't believe Angelo Dawkins kicked out of like everything that he was hit with.
Yeah, I feel like DIY hit the finish
group.
and everything on him, and he still kicked out.
Yeah. Do they have a name for that? It's like the, super kick and
I think it's called Meet in the Middle.
Yeah, meet in the middle.
no. It's Tommaso Ciampa
Tommaso Ciampa.
has him up
Tommaso
in the,
Tamatanga.
he's holding him up in the like pedigree like position.
Well, that's
that
called
one.
the fairy
That's
tale
something else.
ending.
right.
That's but
Fairy
when
tale
you get super kicked on top of it,
ending.
what is it?
Yeah. What is that? The
I don't know.
fairy
Fairy
kick?
tale kicking.
Fairy tale kick. Super sweet fairy.
Yeah,
music.
sweet fairy music. Yeah.
We just talked about Chappell Roan.
Yes. Very good.
It all works out.
But yeah, I'll have to. I didn't see this. I should probably go. It sounds good. You guys
It's really
remember?
great.
It's definitely worth watching. It's not too long
Like-
of a match, but it's very good.
If you haven't seen a lot of matches this year, I would almost say it might be match of the year discussion.
Do you guys remember like 2023 Elimination Chamber when we were all like, "Hey, I think Montez Ford's getting the solo push." Whatever happened?
He
Yeah,
wasn't that
right.
time. There was a period of time where that was happening, and then they changed direction completely.
They shouldn't have
Yeah.
done that.
No, they shouldn't. But they were also teasing a split up of the Street Profits, and I didn't like that either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now you got like this whole thing with Kofi and the New Day and Odyssey Jones. I know that's a whole nother show, but like I like what it. I think if it's gonna do what I think it's gonna do, I like what they're doing right now.
Well, we can
What do
pivot
you
to
think
that
it's
in a
gonna do?
second. Hang on. The only thing else from SmackDown that somebody might care about is that this week Roman Reigns showed up and beat up the Bloodline, except Jacob Fatu was there this week, and he beat up Roman Reigns.
With a boot on.
Yeah.
Right,
But he's
because,
just selling.
He is just selling.
No, he's
You're
not.
getting
dude.
work, Paul. You're getting
No,
work.
he's not selling. Why would he miss last week and get a boot on?
Because that's
He's
working.
just selling. He hurt
That's
himself
selling.
so bad he has to wear a boot 3 weeks later, and that's selling?
Yes.
No, it's not. The dude got fucking hurt at that show, and he's lucky that it wasn't that bad.
You're crazy. That was obviously all planned.
Just
There are
because some
several reports
WWE
that say that.
co-opted media is like, actually, it was planned that he would sell his leg for the next month and a half. Like, that's nothing. That's not a
Yes,
real thing.
It is. It was a way to get him out of the picture during SummerSlam so that he wouldn't be involved in the finish.
You know
And
how they're
then
going to
it
get him
keeps
out
him
of
off
the picture
TV
at
so that-
SummerSlam? He was going to take a Superman punch.
No, he wasn't.
Instead, he
They're
wasn't
saving
there,
that.
so he just didn't.
No,
They're
th-
saving-
it- They're saving
sorry.
Roman and Fatu.
You say it like that.
They're like, we can't have the Superman punch happen now. That's too good of a moment. We have to save that for a month.
Fat
Right.
Q.
Yes.
The dude got hurt.
No, he
The dude who has not
We're getting
sold
worse.
anything up until that moment got hurt. That's just it. And now he's got a
Chappell
boot
Fat
on.
2.
You're working yourself into a shoot and
He missed last
background
week.
into a work.
He wasn't even there last week. He's a tag team champion, and he wasn't there last week. They let the bad one carry the
Yeah.
belt.
Because
And he
he's
couldn't
selling.
even do that right.
He's not selling. He was getting his foot checked out to make sure he didn't need surgery.
You don't know a work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot, Mark.
Brother,
Good night, Hulkamania.
I know more about boots than you. So. They wouldn't
Chappell
make him
Roan have a
wear it.
song about
He's a
boots?
tough boy. Tough boys don't wear boots. They wear kick pads and stuff.
Doesn't he
Anyway,
wrestle
P-Rod, what do you
barefoot?
think is going to happen with the New Day?
Oh no, like they laying it out there to where it looked like, Xavier is going to, do something because of Odyssey Jones or whatever. But I believe like they're going to have dialogue to where, Xavier is going to be like, I mean, he all right, but I don't like him because, you're bringing him in here trying to replace Big E. And then we'll have Big E come in and be like, nah, man, yada, 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 this and this and this, the third.
Did you watch
I ain't
the
talking about
Hulu
like
cut?
to wrestle, but like, nah, huh?
Did you watch the Hulu cut from this week?
Yeah, I didn't get to see none of that stuff. Did that happen?
Oh, they had a whole ass promo this week.
Almost verbatim.
Whoa, that's cool.
Kofi
Look at
went,
that. I could have wrote for them.
Kofi went up to Xavier and he's like, I know you think I'm just trying to replace Big E, but I'm just giving this guy an opportunity because no one gave us one. And I want us to all be on the same page. And they were like, they basically just put all the beef behind him. And but except in the match, there was like a blind tag that Xavier was
Yeah,
like,
I
why'd
seen
you
that.
tag me? But otherwise, they did the promo. And I don't think they should split them up. But I also accidentally watched the Karrion Kross online exclusive promo where Scarlett tells him like, hey, you kind of already fucked their shit. So like, let's just leave them alone. Like everybody has beaten them in some various forms or fashion. And now you've planted seeds to ruin them and just let it happen. And then she's like, anyway, you want to go fuck? This is literally how the thing ends.
Hell yeah.
He's like
I
all
that.
aggressive and angry. And she's like, I see you have a lot of pent up aggression. I can take care of that for you. And they walk off together and he's very excited about it. It's very strange.
I like that though.
I mean, it would add so much to them on TV if
If they put
what
that
they
on
aired.
TV, right?
But they don't. None of their managers talk. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So I
yeah.
hope they don't split up the New Day. I hope they just evolve the group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, all they need is a Big E seal of approval on Odyssey Jones, and we'd be good.
And maybe a new theme song that people pop for.
Wait, what?
Like, what?
The crowd is like dead silent for their intro.
For the New Day?
Yeah. Have you heard it?
Mm.
They
I mean,
they
I've
pop
heard
when
the
it
theme
starts,
song.
and then it gets quiet when they do the clapping and stuff.
Mm.
And that's it. It's just crickets.
Hey, they're honoring Big E while you're not there.
Yeah, maybe so.
All right.
Also on Raw, Sheamus versus Pete Dunne.
Oh my.
An
Banger.
absolute banger. But the big takeaway here was the finish where Pete Dunne pulled Sheamus's arm into the
To the
turnbuckle pad.
Yeah, that shit was
Like,
wild.
and then he did a stompy on his hands. But Sheamus got mad and just stood up and hulked out of the
So badass.
turnbuckle and hit a brogue kick, and it was really fucking cool. I've never seen anyone use a turnbuckle that way. I'm sure someone will be like, actually, it happened here, and here, and they're going to send a bunch of indie clips and some Japan clips and maybe a
No.
TNA clip.
It has happened on WWE television, but
I've never seen that on when.
When?
I've never seen that before.
I will research and find.
You don't need to waste
Yeah.
your time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't recall ever seeing anything like this, and
I
especially
honestly
not
don't care.
like what
I mean,
Sheamus did
it
when
wasn't
he
as
ripped
cool.
it off.
Yeah, it wasn't as cool and badass as that, but like there's been hand in the turnbuckle damage spot before.
Oh, sure, whatever. This was different.
Yeah.
Match was good. I assume we're going to see more of it. I kind of like that there's just a group of guys on Raw that want to beat the fuck out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume once Ilya is done selling, that he'll get thrown into the mix, and that'll be cool too.
Yeah. So like, do you think they should co-op one of the mid-card titles to be like, hey, this is where the big boys fight at. This is where we have the banger matches at.
Well, they announced a tournament for the Intercontinental title, or to face Braun
Breaker, yeah.
My hunch is that tournament is just going to be big boys beating big boys up.
Ooh.
Like Braun Strowman versus
Big
Stompy
Bronson
guy.
Reed.
Big Bronson Reed.
Well,
Braun,
yeah,
Bronson, and Braun.
well, yeah. Did you they already kind of set that up already? Did you see the thing with the Miz and Bronson? I mean, not like all these fucking Bronsons and fucking bullshit.
It is confusing.
Yeah. Did you see the promo between the Miz and Braun Strowman?
No.
I don't know if it was an exclusive online thing or whatever, but
It sounds like an online thing. They don't let Braun Strowman do anything on TV.
yeah, but they had the conversation about that after because I think he saved the Miz or some shit, and he was
Sure.
like he was talking
Yeah.
about how R-Truth sent him a text and told him to help him out, and he was like, yeah, he thought I was Andre the Giant for whatever reason or some shit. And then he was like, also he thought he asked me to give the Miz Intercontinental title shot, so he's also confusing him. He's calling him Braun Breaker instead of Braun Strowman. It's just a whole bunch of shenanigans.
That might have been a fun segment to put on TV. But I assume that tournament's just going to be tough guys beating each other up. Ludwig will probably find his way in there, who had an awesome match with Randy Orton in the main event. Just two smooth boys being smooth, hitting moves.
Do you mean smooth as in skin or smooth as in like they're good in the ring?
Kind of both.
Because Ludwig is a smooth motherfucker.
Yeah, kind of both.
Yeah, it
but
looks like
that's-
they made out of clay.
That's most of Raw, with the exception of the Punk and Drew story, which is continuing. You can hear that here.
My biggest hater is my biggest fan. So I went ahead and I made Drew a bracelet. And I talked to Adam Pearce. And unless Drew's chicken, Saturday, August 31st, Berlin, Germany, Bash at Berlin. Strap match.
I've been thinking all week about what I'm going to do to you. Last week you embarrassed me. You whipped me like a petulant child. And I've been having all these fantasies of the violence that I'm going to bring upon you. And you challenged me to a strap match. I have a question. I'm 100% serious right now. Have you started drinking? Have you seen me? A strap match. I accept. Oh.
Who's excited for the strap match?
Heck yeah.
I'm excited.
Am I remember so there was the dog collar match that he did with MJF. Has he done a
strap match?
Did he do a strap match, like a legit strap match in AEW, or am I just conflating that with the dog collar match?
You might be thinking
Not
of
in
that.
AEW. He did one in WWE with Umaga, though, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, strap matches are like kind of shit, but
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I like a strap match.
name one.
Didn't FTR do one?
Yeah.
Or is that
FTR
another
did.
dog collar match? They've done both, right?
Probably. It's such a like an old wrestling thing that the old wrestling boys really enjoy doing them. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I assume it'll be fine. I'm hoping it has more energy than their last match. I think they all know what the last match was like and how it was perceived. They're probably going to want to go out there and do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And my hunch is that Drew wins this too, so they can get to the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless Punk wins this, and then we have to end this in the Cell.
I do love
guess you
the
could go both ways.
escalation of stipulations for this.
Actually,
it's,
no,
it's
calls
very
for it.
refreshing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, I think Punk does win this, so that way, because I think Drew ultimately wins the feud. So I
I
think
wouldn't be mad at that.
I kind of don't, but maybe.
Really?
I assume the loser has to go to the other show because you got to separate
Right.
these guys until the Rumble, where you have to put them in the ring together, which would be cool.
Yeah.
And I don't think they face each other at Mania. Like, that's Seth and Punk. But I feel like putting Drew on SmackDown gets us new stuff. And like Drew and Cody could be a good summer or winter program. So there's that.
Yeah, I do feel like the rosters need some shifting, even though they just did a draft at the beginning of the summer. I feel like the draft was not drafty enough.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really shake things up much. They just kind of set stuff in stone.
Right.
Well, I think it's also they just need to make SmackDown a better show. I think I said it last week that like they put, what's supposedly their top stars on SmackDown, but then like the actual like entertaining storyline stuff is happening on Raw.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, Raw is a genuinely better show, and I'm more interested in those people. But I do like when Cody Rhodes shows up and does stuff. I like Kevin Owens. I even like DIY, but they don't do much of anything on SmackDown.
Yeah.
And the people they're working, like they're bouncing shit off of is Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. I'm like, who is this for?
Like after Mania,
Just
it
be
feels
Rob.
like
half of me.
like after Mania, it feels like Cody Rhodes should have been, the protagonist of WWE, but like the Judgment Day kind of became the people that I want to follow them. But like Damian Priest right now, honestly, kind of feels like the protagonist of WWE in a way.
Yeah, and it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Rhea though, but it's great.
Well, that's
They're
it.
attached, so it counts.
Yeah.
I guess the only other thing, I figure SmackDown gets better when they move to USA on, is it October 1st?
I'm not sure.
I think.
Or is that NXT? It's in October.
I think that's NXT.
My hunch is that they bring out something to make that an interesting show.
Some big pop worthy thing on the first episode.
Orton will probably be back on SmackDown to do something at that point. I don't know. It's a tough show, but with everything changing networks, I assume they're bringing out the big guns to make things interesting again. I would probably fire the SmackDown writers, or at least let them take notes from Raw. Speaking of big stars, there is one on NXT, and he's getting a title shot.
Back into the ring. The action continuing. Bitter end for Pete Dunne. Bitter end. The trick. The trick. What the? Trick shot. Hendricks into the corner. You kidding me? You gotta get. Whoa. believe?
Here's your winner, Joe Hendry.
Oh my word! At No Mercy, believe it or not, TNA's Joe Hendry will challenge Ethan Page for the NXT Championship in Denver.
Fantasy Booker hat is on. Save your thought.
Okay.
Joe Hendry absolutely wins, clean as a sheet. Beats Ethan Page, and then the story after that, because it's really weird that they've done this TNA invasion sort of thing without vilifying TNA, and I think you're not going to be able to do that. So the story after that is that Ethan Page, who didn't really legitimately win the title anyway, lost it to the other company. So everyone in NXT hates him,
Ooh.
and they don't really hate Joe Hendry that much because they all believe.
Yeah, because he's Joe Hendry. How can you hate
Yeah.
that guy?
I don't know how, like, it's going to be a while before he can be successfully turned heel. And you got to put the strap on this guy.
Also, seeing the NXT title show up in TNA is a pretty entertaining thought.
Yeah, that'll be one YouTube video I skim through. Like, let's be real. The amount of TNA I watch is Joe Hendry did what? And I click it and it's 20 minutes. I'm like, well, I'll just skip to the part where the viewership peaks on the scrolly thing. And then I hear a song and I'm like, yep, that's his song. And then I close it out. That's how I watch TNA. And that's how you should watch TNA until they get rid of those ugly yellow ropes.
Yeah. I am down with putting the title on Joe Hendry. It is much needed. It is much deserved, and it's wild that he had to get shipped to a whole nother fucking company to get a quote unquote world title.
It's astounding that TNA has dropped the ball with him. I say it every week that I'm here, and they deserve to be punished for it by losing his contract and him going here and becoming like a huge star.
It's crazy how over he is. Like
I know there are people like, he's just a meme or whatever. Go watch this match. This dude's not a fucking meme.
Yeah,
this match
he's
fucking
good.
ruled. And it wasn't just because he was in there with two guys that are talented. He carried his own weight. He did the dive over the ropes again, which rocked.
They
He even
carried
had this
his
match
weight, too.
won before the shenanigans, which I was appreciative of because he did win with shenanigans, but it was after he had already won, essentially.
Mhm.
And in the match, like, Ethan Page was trying to prevent him from winning so bad that it backfired on him.
Yeah.
This
And,
wasn't a guy who got help and fell into a title shot. It was really well done.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how it came together at the end or whatever, because like Trick came in with the save toward the end, but like you didn't really see that because they didn't catch it on camera all as it unfolded and whatnot.
It was in
just,
the background. I thought it was
Yeah.
good.
It was like, boom, what the hell happening over there? And then you pan over, you see Trick scurrying out of the ring and shit. And I was like, oh, this is great.
Joe Hendry winning the NXT title at No Mercy is going to make a fine birthday present for Paul Griffin.
Yeah, it would be. It would be nice if they did that for me.
Yeah, 'cause it's on your birthday.
So like, what are the odds that Joe Hendry goes to No Mercy, wins the NXT championship, and here coming up Friday, August 30th, also wins the TNA World Championship?
In TNA?
He
No
should.
way.
And then he should merge them,
Merge the titles.
unify. Yep. And then Shawn Michaels should buy TNA.
Yeah, just Shawn Michaels though. No one
Shawn
else.
Michaels should buy TNA, and Shane McMahon should appear in the current Impact Zone and say that he bought it. The
Yes.
name on the contract says McMichaels.
Big Michaels.
I don't know. Maybe Shane
McShane.
McMahon's middle name is Michaels. Let me look.
No, I don't think
Shane
so.
Michaels McMahon. That sounds fine.
Sure.
Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. This is his middle name.
Fuck.
My name's Blaine McSham.
What's Shawn Michaels' middle name? Sean. Fuck.
Shawn Michaels?
No, it's Michael Sean Hickenbottom.
Oh, right. Shane
Anyway,
McMahon
that's
went
a
to
bad
Boston
idea.
University? I didn't know that.
Oh, that's a bad idea. Another bad idea that was on NXT. We shouldn't even talk about this because it is a developmental program, but I just want to talk about this hilariously bad spot in the women's gauntlet.
Oh boy.
This was so funny. It came down to Jada Parker and Sol Roku, and Jada Parker does when you set someone up for a powerbomb, they start between the legs and you like flip their body up.
Yeah.
I've never seen this happen before. She flipped the body up and immediately fell backward. She had no.
You talking about fell purposefully or just like stumbled?
No, she the momentum of Sol Roku flying up into her head space sent her back, and then Sol Roku had to recover, and her immediate thought was, I should pin her, and then she grabbed the ropes and essentially turned heel to try to cheat to win. It was just a really sloppy exchange between people who are developing, and they tried to recover, and then it was right around the finish of this match, which was a real shame because Ren Sinclair should have won. But somehow Jada Parker won, and she's going to challenge
why she won.
One of those titles. I forget which belt this was for. I think it was for
Kalani's, I believe. Or no, she's facing Roxanne. She's facing Roxanne.
Is she really? So two heels?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Should have been Ren. Anyway, go back and watch that if you want a good laugh, because that is another thing I've never seen before.
Things I ain't never seen before.
Yeah, that is it for all of the WWE talk this week. Do you guys have anything else you want to chat about before we go to break?
Let's take that break.
Let's take that break. When we come back, we are going to talk about All In, which is this week. We have some news about Saraya, some news about someone else who might be showing up in a gauntlet match, and a whole bunch of matches to go over and Dynamite talk at the same time.
Squared Circle Strafe, the premier video game podcast of the Fatal 4 Podcasting Network. Join me, Pro Wrestling Noah, as I talk all of the latest gaming news in the industry, as well as insights into recent releases and beyond. There's plenty of 3-hour podcasts of people talking about video games on the internet, but Squared Circle Strafe provides a quick snapshot into what's going on in the world of gaming. The show updates on Mondays, so be sure to subscribe in whatever podcatcher you use so that you're always up to date.
Enjoy your gaming.
If you're anything like me, you're enjoying this show called Didn't Get All of It. But what if I told you there was another show called Didn't Get All of It, but it's catered specifically to Japanese professional wrestling?
Where we're covering New Japan's G1 tournament, big news in the world of Stardom, Pro Wrestling Noah's excursions to the West, and anything important from Japanese pro wrestling.
We'll call us Triple H going out west because we're expanding. Find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Didn't Get All of It. We've got all our chips. We're behind the button, and it's time to go all in. We're going to talk about AEW All In, which is happening this weekend, Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday, live from London at Wembley Stadium. And stop me if you've heard this before, AEW pay-per-view with a huge card. So
how
the rest of the
huge
show
is
talking about it.
Hang on. This card doesn't seem that huge until you realize every match is going to get 20 minutes and they're going to add more.
Let's say this is like if any card has a huge card, it's the huge show that is All In huge arena or stadium.
The good news is it starts at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think it's an early.
That's
early
when the
day.
pre-show starts. That's when 0 hour.
Which
or
means
whatever
when the
starts.
show is done, it'll be time for you to get ready for bed and go to work the next day.
Yeah. So my entire Sunday will be watching wrestling. All right. Sounds good.
and
Yeah.
podcasting about it.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
There
Are
is-
we all here for that?
If you watch
Yeah.
it, you have to podcast about it. Sorry, I won't be watching.
Them's the rules.
I got a Mexican food date with my mom.
Well, hey, yeah, that takes precedent. So
Yeah, especially because I'm moving. I have to.
yeah,
I'll
you
watch
have
all the
to.
AEW after I move.
Paul also
I'm gonna
has
date
chip
your Mexican mom.
and dip.
What?
Anyway, so one of the matches
Jokes
on this
across the
card
screen there.
is Toni Storm defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Mariah May.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I mean that this angle like started off super hot, and I just feel like it lost all of its momentum, and I'm not nearly as hyped for this match as I was 4 weeks ago. Unfortunately, I did not really love what they did on Dynamite this past week for this program because, again, if you listen to last week's episode, one of my biggest complaints of weekly AEW television is that they are far too predictable, and they book things like Toni Storm versus Saraya for the women's world title days before All In. Like, are you kidding me? You really expect me to believe that Saraya is going to win this match and they're going to just throw away their big program? Like, come on. Why even book that match? And then
I like titles being defended often, but yeah, if you have a title match scheduled, champion shouldn't be risking it unless it's like unless there's a storyline reason for it.
Right. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah,
And
it
the
really
match
does
was terrible.
feel like killing time.
The like horrible. I don't. What was that spot? If you saw the match, you know what spot I'm talking about.
The
where
tricky
they
spot.
No, it
are
had a
in
name.
slow
I sent it to
motion.
you. It's British wrestling bullshit.
Yeah.
The Russ Abbott special, which is a
Let's
silly
leave it to
thing.
Russ Abbott then. How about that?
Yeah, it's like a silly British wrestling thing where you do a bunch of silly stuff and confuse your opponent. These girls did it in slow motion, and then the footage of Becky and Bailey doing it came out in fast motion, and then the old footage came out of two old dudes doing it, and 100% of the time it looks very stupid. And I think it's supposed to be stupid, but if you're not executing it perfectly, you look stupid, which is a bummer because I like both of these people.
Yeah, it really, the execution is very important in that move. Yeah, because otherwise it just looks very sloppy.
I hope you don't like Saraya too much because Fightful Select learned this week that her deal with AEW is up soon. And the two sides have discussed the possibility of the deal being extended. But
if I like Saraya, shouldn't I also like Paige?
Well, here's the thing. I liked Paige. I don't like Saraya.
I'm fine with whatever happens here. Honestly, I think that she could be very well utilized in WWE, and I think they presented her better than AEW has presented Saraya. That said, I think she's also fine in AEW, and she's probably having a good time there. So it's one of those situations where, like, I hope she lands where she wants to and makes money and is happy.
And
But
her brother's
like
there too, right?
Would I like a Paige
AEW?
return in WWE? Sure. She was also a great general manager
Yeah.
at the time.
Was she?
Like she was
great?
yeah, she was. She was like one of the best they had for a minute.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, they don't necessarily need her, but if they want her back, and I'm sure they could get her. So
And go hang out with
it's
Rock
intriguing
Daughter
to
in
see.
NXT.
Oh, I wouldn't even send her to NXT.
What you
That-
put her in a program
That's a
with
company
Rhea?
of there's too many girls, which is not a normal complaint somebody would have. But if you watch NXT, it's tough. It's tough to figure. They need to wear name tags, folks. If you're watching NXT, everyone should have a "Hello, my name is" sticker on their on their top. Men too. Yeah, I don't know. Like, what if Paige went back to WWE? What would she do there? I think she'd fit in just fine on SmackDown. Mainly
Sure.
because those are the people she used to work with. She could associate herself with Well, the Blair Witch Project already has enough people.
Is that you're referring to the White Six?
No, I'm talking about Blair Davenport and the 2 witch girls.
That's what that's called?
That's what it should be called.
Okay.
Why wouldn't it be called that?
I don't know.
They haven't named it yet, but it's Blair and the Witches. And come on.
Do they reference them being witches anymore?
I think they kind of stopped because it's fucking dumb. They're an unholy union, which I think implies that they are lesbians.
Yeah, but like they used to have a cauldron.
Yeah,
to the
that was
cauldron?
bad.
They should just call that group the Project.
Fine.
I don't think
I noticed. Did you guys notice that Shayna Baszler rebranded their terrible stable name already?
Yeah, I could never remember that name. I looked it up multiple times and still cannot.
It was
remember
called
it.
the Pure Fusion Collective, which she then renamed to Pure FC.
Oh,
Which is smart because fighting championship sounds way better.
I'm still upset that they didn't go with Mia Yim's name of the stud line and everyone throws the 2s up.
Well,
yeah.
they're
Should've
not
just been
that
called the
edgy.
Lesbians.
With the old Raw lower third graphic. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
These aren't regular lesbians.
Saraya's doing stuff in AEW right now with the Knife Girl. But you know, what is anybody doing there? If they're not in a main program, they're doing nothing. I think that you could find a spot for her in WWE, no problem, if you wanted to. But I could also see her just re-signing and staying here.
Yeah, they don't need her.
I think that's the thing, is neither company needs her, but I think both companies would like to have her. Does that make sense?
I mean, she's a recognizable name.
Yeah,
which I
and
guess is
she's
kind of a draw.
Yeah, and she's got like history with WWE that they would like to probably recognize more if she was under their umbrella.
I mean, she just had a biography by them like this year, I think.
Where? On A&E?
A&E.
That doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
I think they produce all that stuff, and WWE is just like, fuck, okay. I don't know. You could find something for her. Maybe you could have her do. I'm managing 2 new people from NXT, and she could have like Wendy Chu and Tatum Paxley as her lackeys that get called up. I know she's already done that with Sonya and Mandy.
Yeah, the PPC.
No, they were
Man too.
they were that porn name.
No, that was
Submission Sisters or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was with Charlotte.
A submission sorority. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Don't Google that at work.
Please don't.
That was Charlotte?
Yeah, I thought she was in that group.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. It was a weird time in wrestling.
Yeah. It was.
Anyway, Tony Storm and Mariah May. I hope Mariah wins.
I do too.
I think the reason this feud has fallen flat is because Tony kept the gimmick.
Yeah.
After the beatdown.
Because I thought this was gonna culminate in like, you know, the music hit, and it was like Tony Storm of old would return, and you know, I mean, maybe we get that in Wembley.
That could still happen.
I hope so.
The build around it has still been this 1930s character, and I think that takes away the seriousness of it.
Yeah, we'll see. Hope she wins though. Mariah May, that is.
Yeah, we definitely need a title change. Speaking of title changes, Jack Perry changed the TNT title this week. Did you guys see this?
Yeah,
yeah.
He like did a lot of DIY crafting to it.
Yeah. So Paul.
No, DIY's on SmackDown.
Yeah, just for reference. Yeah, just for reference, submission sorority was Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte.
Well, I'm just gonna Google submission sorority right now. Give me a couple minutes.
Just put
I'm
WWE
right now. All I'm getting is
stuff.
pictures of Paige, Charlotte, and Becky. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, just put WWE in the front of that.
That girl's choking that man with her legs. Excuse me for a minute.
Anyway, yeah, Jack Perry, like, I don't know, spray painted the TNT title or something. And then he's defending it against Darby Allin at All In a coffin match.
Motherfucker went to Michaels and everyone's like, wow, he's so good.
This should be cool. I mean,
Does Darby lose a
Allin.
coffin match?
No, he's never lost one. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I feel like he has to win. But
Has he already done a coffin flop into the coffin and missed his opponent?
No.
Yes.
I don't think he missed. Nah, because that was Ethan Page that he fell on.
My thing is, that's the only way I think he loses is that he does the coffin flop into the coffin
So
and Jack Perry moves.
So to his own peril, through his own shenanigans, he kills himself.
That'd be cool.
Can I make a prediction here?
He returns his concrete Halloween. He's got
How much
scissors
do
in
you
his
wanna
pocket
bet?
when he skates.
How much do you want to bet that Jack Perry pulls out a coffin made of glass?
Ah, that'd be wild. I would love that.
Is anyone getting? What if it is? I assume you got to light the coffin on fire, right?
Can you light a glass coffin on fire?
Well, it's not going to be a glass coffin. It's going to
turn into sand.
It's going to be a regular coffin.
So
and then they light the coffin on fire.
So
and that's where the finish comes.
So Cody's
because this is all about lighting people on fire, right?
Yeah. So Cody's betting a glass coffin, and Paul is betting that someone's on fire. It goes through a regular coffin.
Why is this not an Inferno match?
There will be Inferno involved. There will be fire involved at some point.
Is that like that Randy Orton Fiend match? You have to set someone on fire.
I think they did have an Inferno match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is the gimmick. The ring is surrounded by fire, and you do have to light your opponent on fire, I think.
Yeah. MVP famously lost one of those matches.
They don't do them often because they're dumb as shit.
Yes.
Tremendously horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But they were always like affiliated with Undertaker and Kane for a while.
MVP lost to Kane, and he walked around for weeks with his back scarred, and it was hard on him to take a pin because he had to be on his back.
Yeah, they're dumb, but the storyline called for an Inferno match.
That's actually a good point.
Whatever, I don't care. I like the story that Darby Allin's going to win the world title. That's more interesting to me.
I wouldn't mind that. It's overdue, actually. But now, I mean, especially now since his father's retired.
It's true.
Darby Allin's?
Yeah.
Sting retired.
Oh, gotcha. Well, Jack Perry's father is also retired.
Yeah, he is.
He has been compromised to a permanent end.
Some people call that retirement.
Well, someone who's not retired yet is Mercedes Moné because she's defending her TBS title against Britt Baker.
But Paul, who's in her corner though? Mercedes.
Camille. Yeah. I actually had to take a minute to remember who the fuck was in her corner.
I had to stop myself from doing that last week when we were talking about Camille. I was just like, I can't do it as good as
what a problematic show. If somebody wrote a synopsis of this, it would be they spend the first 15 minutes bitching about Chappell Roan because she's too much of a bitch, which cancels Cody. And then we go on about how we can't discern anybody's names because they're all named Braun, which proves Vince McMahon was right. And then now we're referencing Bill Cosby. What a problematic show we've got here.
All of the internet's favorite people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Camille.
How's she doing?
Camille and Mercedes have no chemistry.
No. Horrible pairing.
It's a very forced pairing.
Mm-hmm.
I did enjoy, for the most part, the contract signing that was on Dynamite this week for this match.
I like the promo.
Yeah, Britt was pretty good here. I liked her talking about how Mercedes influenced her to get into the business, which is crazy to think that that's even like true, that Mercedes has been around that long. But basically her wanting that old Mercedes back, and I don't know, pretty effective, simple story here, and I look forward to this match.
To me, that promo felt like two miscast people playing the wrong role. Because Britt Baker, the stuff she was saying just felt very phony.
Yeah, I mean, she's a phony, so.
Yeah, well, that's a story for another day, I'm sure. But it just felt like, Britt Baker's like, I wanted to be a role model. Just like what? Everything she said just came off like bullshit. And Mercedes, I just don't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if one was a babyface and Britt was the heel, like, you can't come into my town and take my man. Like, I don't know. It's nitpicky, but I think Mercedes retains here and Britt goes to work like Rampage or something. Whatever show they have on the weekends.
Yikes.
Yeah.
One critique I will have of it also is that, and this takes place kind of across the board in this company, is that a lot of the stories in AEW are not about individuals, but more about the company as a whole.
Yeah.
Like this feels a lot.
Listen to this podcast.
Yeah. But this feels a lot like the Will Ospreay and MJF promo that happened also on this show, where their whole thing was like, this company was fine until you got here. And, Britt's basically saying the same thing, being like, I started this company and you're here. Like, it's too much.
I kind of don't care about the companies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to. I'm not watching because I love WWE or AEW. Like, sure, it's cool that WWE can sell out buildings and they don't have to shoot like that wide shot from the side angles to not show the left side of the arena. But the reality is, I don't want people talking about who is improving this company and who's doing what. I just want them to put on good shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I company pride boys or girls. Sucks.
Show your WWE pride. Click this link.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
this company
kind of a tired trope at this point. They've gone to the well too many times on that one.
I love this company. This company is the shit. God damn, I love this company.
Yeah, we all love big company.
And it can all be traced back to Hangman Page from when he said he was defending All Elite Wrestling from CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
It was all downhill from there.
Yeah, but that was
his fault.
Also, at All In, we've
Page,
got
the guy from my local Target toy store shelves.
Peg Warmer Page, I think is what they call them.
I need to go shopping because I assume that Sandman toy is going to be a peg warmer, and I'm going to have to buy at least one or two.
I bought a wrestling toy for the first time in a long time, like last week. I bought a Lex Luger.
What was it?
Lex Luger.
Oh, interesting.
What kind of Lex?
SummerSlam.
The Lex Express?
I don't know. It's from like a SummerSlam set. He's wearing the red, white, and blue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Lex Express.
Yeah. I don't know. I was always a big fan of that.
Ultimo Dragon
really
toy a few months ago.
Ultimo Dragon?
Yeah, I sent you guys a picture of it when I was at a store, and I bought the Ultimo Dragon toy. But
you bought that?
now I'm waiting to. I haven't seen the Dakota Kai in Wild. I'm going to buy that, and I'm waiting on the Sandman. I will not order from Ringside Collectibles with their fucking 100% markup bullshit.
I am just waiting to find a Grayson Waller in the Wild. I seen a Roxanne, but I know where to find it.
Have they even made a toy for that guy, or do they only make it for stars?
Yeah, Roxanne's is there, but they put the thing up with it on there. But like, as soon as I find it, I will purchase it.
Yeah, I know Roxanne has it. She's a big deal, but Grayson Waller, they don't have to make those.
Hey, Waller's baller. Don't you ever fucking forget it.
It's easy to forget. I watch SmackDown.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
He fucking stinks.
You're a liar. Stop it. Hey, what's up with that Casino Gauntlet, though?
Yeah, the Casino Gauntlet at All In is for a future World Championship match. Some of the participants we know. I mean, we know Orange Cassidy. He earned the right
Yeah.
to be
Number
number one. Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly's in it. Hangman Adam Page is in it.
So
I think Evil Uno is in it.
Yeah, Evil Uno and Roderick Strong.
Okay.
Yeah, so a good chunk of the conglomeration are in it.
I need you guys to tell me why Evil Uno's in this match.
Because he won the right.
How?
Because he's got history with Hangman.
In a match. Yeah, that too.
Why though?
Because they
I
need
like
people
Evil
to
Uno.
take the fall and get beat up.
Because I like seeing Evil Uno and I miss Evil Uno.
Yeah, and which is wild because like by far, I mean we complain all the time about AEW, ROH, title intermingling and all kinds of crap like that. But ever since Mark Briscoe has been the ROH champion, he has been given more title opportunities at other titles more than anything, and not defending his fucking world title.
Right.
I, for one, am excited for this casino match, mainly because of the news that came out this week that there's rumors that AEW has signed one of the biggest stars.
I don't think that's a rumor. I think that's confirmed.
I think that we might see in this match the debut of AJ and Big Justice.
Oh,
the Costco guys.
Yeah.
We weren't talking about this.
Double chunk chocolate chip.
They're Costco guys. Come on.
So earlier in the show, I had to explain the culture to B-Rob.
Yeah, he did.
I'm going to need you guys to explain this culture to me and B-Rob because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Guys ain't on TikTok.
Yeah, this is a Noah's domain.
Because we're
Tell
adults.
us more.
I don't even really like it. I just acknowledge
adults.
that it's a thing that exists.
It's not a thing.
I thought it would be good because
is very
they
much
do
a
the
thing.
food thing.
They
Tell us more.
Noah, would you give Paul Griffin a boom or a doom? I'd give him a doom.
I'd give it.
For
I'd
sure.
give him a boom. I'm sorry, a boom. That you have to do it with that cadence. They don't
My
even know
God.
about the Rizzler.
You don't know about the Rizzler, Paul?
What the fuck
Opening
is
my
going
TikTok
on?
now.
Don't even know what mewing is. I do
AJ
not
and
know
what?
mewing is.
Big Justice?
Yeah.
We
So here's the thing.
No,
Didn't do your homework before the show.
Hey, goddammit!
I'm not watching this shit. I'm just looking.
Hey, while he's researching, can we go on, please? God damn it!
1.6 million followers. These guys aren't anybody.
Costco guys, are you kidding?
The Costco guys are huge. Also, AJ is legitimately a former professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrestled on the Indies.
Is he real? I didn't know
What
that.
was he in Hit
15
Row?
years ago. No. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
All
because you
jokes
wrestled in
aside,
the Indies 15 years ago does not make you a professional wrestler. Plenty of indie wrestlers are not professional. I think to be a professional wrestler, you have to get a paycheck from a fucking company. And if your payment is a handful
Hot
of cash and a
dogs.
hot dog, you ain't a fucking professional wrestler. I'm sorry.
yeah, but what if it's a Costco hot dog and
Yeah.
a
And
chicken
a
meat?
You got to be a
Those are
professional wrestler.
premium.
You got to have direct deposit.
Man, can we
All these
directly
indie boys,
deposit?
and I like plenty of these indie wrestlers I'm friends with. They're not professional.
Yeah.
Unless
Let's
Booker T
direct-
starts paying direct deposit, you are an amateur professional wrestler.
Yeah, let's
Direct
directly-
deposit would be a good name for a finishing move.
Yeah,
tell
I mean,
the CEO.
yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. All jokes aside, I think it is very likely that we actually see the debut of Ricochet in this match because Fightful Select learned today, actually, that Ricochet has signed a multi-year agreement with AEW.
I can't wait for Hologram to take off his mask and also the
Here's
bodysuit that's
Ricochet.
been hiding all of his tattoos and be like, it was me the whole time. I don't think that's actually gonna happen.
You don't think it's going to be the cameraman that everyone said was Cesaro?
yeah.
They have to
Who's,
do.
by the way, is still there wearing a face
Oh my
mask.
gosh, they have to do that match though, right? Ricochet versus Hologram because I
I'm
mean
sure
they
will.
Sure.
they are very.
He's got a
online.
multi-year deal. I'm
They
sure
saw
he'll get
that
stuck on
happening.
Collision quickly.
Look, Look, they have to do it because they did Pac and Gravity.
Yeah. They look at Twitter. They know.
They like the memes. Ricochet, look, I like Ricochet. I enjoy a lot of his work in WWE. He adds absolutely nothing to this company. Nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Zero. There's nothing he brings to the table. What are they going to do? Him and Ospreay? Cool. And they're going to do that flippy spot? Cool. It adds nothing. He's not going to pop a rating. He's not going to... There's nothing.
All he's going to do is come here, get paid, and work. And there you go.
He was doing that in WWE.
Yeah, I know. He needs a career.
Cool
this is his profession. So yeah, he's going to come here. He's going to wrestle. He's going to get paid, and there you go.
I'm intrigued to see how long he is a toy that they want to play with.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think it is short-lived. But I hope the deal's good. I hope it brings him joy and whatever he's seeking. Because it's not like he was getting pushed in WWE. Dude was losing.
Yeah.
So I get it.
Having banger matches though.
Yeah, but he wasn't getting pushed. He was never going to get pushed.
He's not going to get pushed here. He's not going to get pushed here either. Getting pushed does not mean winning a couple matches on Collision that don't amount to anything.
Does he win any of the titles they have?
They have a million, so probably, but that doesn't mean anything. He won the Speed title.
I don't think
it's going to be the equivalent to that.
They have. Oh man, this does do a number on WWE's legendary Speed Championship lineage by not having the first champion in the company.
Yeah, they had to fix that really quick.
I don't think he never wins their world title.
Absolutely not.
He doesn't win the American International title.
He could win the American title from MJF and then rename it the Speed AEW
AEW Fast Belt.
Fast Belt. Yeah, there you go.
You have to take that to ride the Disney rides. You have to get first in line with the Fast Belt.
That's how you get. Well, that's how you get in the other line that moves a little faster.
Yeah,
not. You're still in line. Yeah, I don't know. I hope it's cool. That's all. I don't expect anything from him here, but I hope it's cool. Hope he has fun.
I mean, he'll do a cool flip off the ladder in this casino match, I'm sure. Wait, is it a ladder match? No, it's not. Never mind.
It's just a gauntlet.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind. So he doesn't even do that.
But I don't know. He's kind of screwed when you put him in there with Bandito or who's that guy that walks on the ropes all the time that everybody used to like?
The Undertaker.
That everyone used to like?
No, the small one.
Ricky Starks.
No, he wore a mask and everyone's like, this guy's great. And I'm like, all he does is walk on ropes.
Commander.
Oh, yes, Commander.
Yeah.
Aziz?
This is... I feel like Ricochet is going to get into a spot where he's got to wrestle all these lucha guys who do different things. And now we're just going to be watching 205 Live segments every week of guys doing cool flips, but it all means nothing.
But I like cool flip.
There's so much cool flip on TV. You can watch all the cool flip you want. So short cool flip. And now Ricochet is joining the cool flip collective.
Yeah, Ricochet does some of the coolest flip. He's known for coolest flip.
He doesn't even do coolest flip. He just does a clean shooting star and sometimes a 630 or something. It's cool, but all these guys do that. I agree with Cody. This doesn't add much, but whatever. It'll be a thing to talk about until Monday.
Speaking of things that don't add much, this next match.
You mean two
not a
people
fan
that
of
Ricochet's going to feud with?
No, was it Chris Jericho and Hook?
No, you skipped the whole match.
Yeah,
Fuck
what do you...
You skipped to a whole nother... We haven't even gone to break yet.
Follow the format, B-Rob. God,
that's going great.
He's too busy trying to figure out the fucking Costco Boys.
I don't want to do that.
Costco Boys sound like guys that are going to storm the Capitol next time.
MJF, who's the Capitol storming gimmick right now, and Will Ospreay had a segment on Dynamite this week that I feel like it was a little polarizing, perhaps. I think overall I enjoyed it. I
like the intent behind it.
Yeah, right. And like the structure of the promo. Sometimes AEW promos don't have like a structure to it, but this very much they told a story in it. And you know, whether that story was good, up for debate. Basically, the gist of it was that MJF is the facts of AEW, while Will Ospreay is the feelings. And facts don't care about feelings.
Yeah, that part I don't love about all of this. And it's not like a triggered thing. It's just like a exhausting thing. Like, oh, like we just
I think it's a very tired.
Do buzzwords, everybody. Everyone knows what those are. Like, come on, too easy.
Yeah, I don't enjoy this current MJF at all. I think it's very low hanging fruit. I think the American shtick is very tired, very played out.
They have not really been able. They that seems like a nut they always want to crack, but they're not ever quite able to do it. Because remember when they tried to do this with Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo, and that also was bad.
Yeah,
maybe just don't do it.
I think you're not supposed to like it, which is, I feel like we've talked about this before, but part of their way of getting someone over as a heel is to make them a bad gimmick. So you're like dreading their presence, and they think that's heat, but in reality, like
the Chris Jericho effect.
Yeah, or the Young Bucks are like, because they're evil authority figures. Like just gimmicks that generally suck. Like I wouldn't be shocked if MJF becomes the boogeyman or something.
Whoa, hold on. That's a good gimmick. So I don't know what the equating you're doing there is. But
I think it's there. How can we get people to boo a character they like? Let's make him this MAGA type character.
During an election,
quasi racist, like things, whatever it takes to get heat. I don't know.
I also didn't enjoy
they argued about who was the best wrestler, and
right
at one point Ospreay's like, Tony Khan asked me to go have a good match because the world champion couldn't. No one ever said that MJF was having bad matches as champion. He doesn't get. I'm
a lot of people did not matches. Like All In last year with Adam Cole.
Okay, that's because that sucked, and that had nothing to do with MJF being a bad performer. They are telling a horrible story.
That's what Will Ospreay was talking about. He was like specifically called out All In last year. He was like, I wasn't even employed, and Tony Khan called me and wanted me to have a good match because the world champion wasn't.
Wow, Adam Cole in the mud. Doesn't have a girlfriend anymore. Doesn't have good matches at All In. Can't walk. Probably don't game good either.
I'm sure this match will very much deliver. I'm very much looking forward to it. I just wish it wasn't clouded with the like whole American title stuff. Because all that other stuff is fine. Like for him to be like MJF being like, I was running this company and then you came in, and like him being jealous of Will Ospreay, like all that's fine. Good, simple
It's fine
story.
if that's the only program doing it, but we do have this company program running across this whole show.
Yes, valid. I don't enjoy the American title stuff at all.
Well, we should probably talk more about this show, but I know B-Rob has a movie to get to at some point, but he really wants to talk about this next match. So we should go to break, come back and give him that opportunity.
Yeah, so we can get it over with.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the rest of All In that's been announced, because there's more. There's definitely going to be more. So tune in after this break. B-Rob is going to tell you his thoughts on Chris Jericho.
Do you want more from Fatal 4? Well, you should join our Patreon for only $3 a month and get ad-free episodes and full access to our Discord. You can talk the latest movies and games and sports with one of my favorite ever online communities. Also get exclusive access to pilot episodes for future Fatal 4 podcasts. And not only all of that, but you get the peace of mind of knowing that you are supporting independent wrestling media. So what are you waiting for? Head to patreon.com/Fatal4Pod. That's Fatal FOUR Pod.
He fucking sucks. And that's the match that we have next on the card. Chris Jericho versus Hook for the FTW title. Now, there is a caveat to this match. If Chris Jericho retains the title, Hook can never challenge for it again as long as Jericho is the fucking FTW champion, which I hope to God is not the goddamn case. Because this dude, he is just like the soggiest of ice cream cones. It's just all the ice cream is just melted and it has just went down into the cone and the cone is soggy. Your hands are sticky and you're like, why can't I get this shit off of my hands? It just fucking sucks. And it's not even good ice cream. It's like pistachio or some stupid shit like that. It's just
Hey, pistachio ice cream. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I like how all the white people jump on that.
I've never had it. I just want to say I've never had it. I just heard it's good.
I never had it.
I know that
never listened to Chappell Roan.
Pistachios themselves are extremely good.
I do like pistachios, but ice cream together.
Okay, and do you like ice cream, Rob?
Hey, don't you fucking do this. don't you fucking do this. Because you're going to be like, well, I like wrestling. Why don't you like Jericho? He's a fucking wrestler. You can't put the two together. The shit don't fucking work.
I don't like old, fat, sloppy pistachios.
This is a goddamn soup sandwich. We've said it before. It's just like, it's stupid as fuck. Why is this man still fucking wrestling? Why?
He gets a reaction.
No, that doesn't mean it's good.
They don't care.
Does Hook?
That's why I say wrestling fans are so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Why don't you go to the show and enjoy everything else? I mean, you paid your money for it, but when that bitch come out, you don't say a goddamn thing because now you're going to be, oh, they're booing me. That means I'm good. Stupid ass shit. This is the stupidest shit ever.
So does Hook win the title or does he lose as a blessing to never have to work with Chris Jericho again?
Yeah. He loses his way out of the Jericho vortex.
It's a double-edged sword, I guess. But like, I want what I fantasy booked. I want Hook to win the FTW title back. I want him to, maybe defend it once or even not even get to that point. But he can be like, because I mean, Hook is money. I mean, they can do so much with him if they chose to. But my fantasy thing was like Hook would win this FTW title back and be like, I've grown beyond this. Like I have satisfied my father's legacy. I have honored him. I'm gonna retire this belt and I'm going for the world title. Or something like that. But nah, we got this stupid shit. Fireball and goddamn I'm a wizard and all the stupid shit. And then he's dragging down my boy fucking Brian Keith. I'm appreciative that he's getting on-air TV time. I'm appreciative of that
doing
shit.
Stuff.
But it's fucking Jericho.
That is.
Look at everybody that's been involved with him since he's been in this company. Where are they?
Yeah,
one is at home. One is at home with a pregnant wife, which that's good for him. But he ain't on fucking TV. One is relegated to commentary, which he's good at, but he ain't on fucking TV doing shit. Sammy Guevara just came back. He's tag team champion in ROH with Goldust. Ain't doing. I mean, so yeah, you could say
Sammy
that.
Sammy Guevara's on ROH.
Yes,
you didn't
and
even
he's
know
tag team champion.
But he's a pillar. What happened?
No shit. That's what I'm saying.
the pillars were a lie they sold to.
The only person.
The
only person that I can really think of that kind of benefited from anything working with Jericho is MJF. And that wasn't like even a direct like little thing. That was kind of like it's sprouted off into a feud and that went off into his own thing. But MJF is the only one that benefited from this shit in some kind of way. Name somebody else that benefited from working for Jericho, with Jericho. Name somebody.
It's impossible.
Well,
in this company,
Powerful
I'm saying.
don't work there anymore.
Exactly. One didn't even get fired. We don't even know what the fuck he at.
Yeah, where's Ortiz?
Where is Ortiz?
One of them got to share the ring with Joe Hendry in the last week. So
Yeah.
I would
He
say
spun-
that's a benefit.
Yeah, he spun the block.
Where's John Moxley?
He's
He
hanging
feuded
out with
with
the
Jericho.
baby.
Yeah, he's hanging out
Japan or
with the
something?
baby. He's hanging out with the baby. He's chilling.
I don't think he wants to be there.
He always
Yeah,
wants to be there. What?
I saw Hook roll through Jericho, so the idea that they're dragging this out somehow still is very funny to me.
Yeah. We don't fuck this.
How about this triple threat match with the Young Bucks, the Acclaimed, and FTR for the tag titles? One of the many dates the Young Bucks has.
Yeah.
It's weird that the EVPs have dates they have to fulfill.
Well, they're busy. The EVPs, man.
Yeah, they're so busy.
Yeah.
Making t-shirts.
I don't know. I don't know what I feel about this. It's just like, do I care if FTR wins? Not really. Do I care if the Bucks win? Not really.
I feel like the Acclaimed have totally fallen off.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah, which is great. They were so over, and yeah, now it's really hard to care. In a similar where'd they go situation, what the fuck happened to Private Party? They came back and like everyone was really excited, and then they did jack shit with them.
They're having parties.
privately.
And you're not invited.
But I want to be. I want them to be invited to a title shot. What's happening?
You know, I actually want to go to Haunted House more than I want to go to Private Party.
Let's not do that. So, want to go around the horn real quick and give a prediction on who will take this match?
Young
The tag
Bucks,
titles?
probably.
Yes.
Do I have to predict? Who fucking cares? Who cares who wins this match?
All right. Well, I mean, if it's a unanimous,
I did not even know they
I
were
don't care.
feuding.
Yeah.
They've
guess
been
it's-
doing it for the past.
I guess the
years.
Acclaimed and the Bucks have had like a thing going for a little bit.
Yeah, but they
Not
hadn't
sure
been
how
on TV,
FTR
so
ended
it's
up
not
in here.
like, yeah.
Whatever. Speaking of things I didn't know that were happening, because I don't watch the extracurriculars, I just browse Dynamite at this point. Patriarchy against House of Black versus Bang Bang Gang versus Pac and the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yep.
What the hell?
So I feel like it's really
And it's-
only a competition between
Yeah.
the Patriarchy and House of Black, right? Because Bang Bang Gang would, like, I would rather bang my head against the wall. I love Bang Bang Gang, but they already held those titles for so long that I don't want to see them with them again. And like, I love Pac, but like, I don't really see him. Like, I feel like it's hard to give Pac a title because he comes and goes so much.
Goo.
So I feel like it's either Patriarchy or House of Black who have like the real chance of winning this thing.
I assume this is how we get to Edge and Christian against somebody, right?
Yeah, this could be the steps.
I guess it doesn't matter at that point.
Do you want to see that again?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they already did that a lot.
No, Edge
in
and
this
Christian.
Yo, Edge
as
and
a
Christian,
team.
like together.
Oh, okay.
Come together right now over me.
Oh,
Go.
I've seen videos like that, B-Rob.
That's the Michael Jackson song. We didn't never heard that.
Is it about time?
Sorority
That's
sisters
the
right now.
Beatles. What are you talking about?
Submission sorority.
Is Edge about due back from his injury? How long is it?
Probably not, but you know, long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
His like did
stand next
explode.
to Christian.
Uh-huh. Due to his own stupid ass fault.
Look, man, let the man give to us if he wants to. That was cool.
Let him cook.
Anyways, yeah, Patriarchy maybe. I feel like they're just gonna retain.
Yeah, whatever.
Either that or they'll like they are they going to pull the trigger on a kill switch being all mad at Christian for always belittling him.
Man, it's been a year.
Yeah.
They have to do that eventually, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's here, but they have to do it eventually.
I think you only do that when like Jack Perry's back to the babyface and they realize he stinks. So you just need to put
Just put
Jungle
Jurassic
Boys back
Express
Jurassic Express, the Jungle Boys was good too.
The Jungle Boys. The Jungle Boys versus the Costco guy.
But I mean,
I almost called them Jungle Parties.
But they're like, there was, I mean, that'll happen sometime in the future, but because there was a big pop when they played that old Jurassic Express music when Marco Stunt came back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll happen one day. But what I'm more interested in is how this Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson match is going to work out.
This is easily the biggest thing going into the show.
Mm-hmm. Other than Chris Jericho's good.
That's right. But like, it's a foregone conclusion that Bryan's winning, right?
What do you mean?
That is my hunch.
Are you
is my
sure
very
about
educated
that?
hunch. I don't see why he would stop wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Or he could be lying. I mean, that's a possibility.
He does love to lie.
Uh-huh.
I think Bryan's winning.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I kind of feel like this would be Swerve's payback or whatnot. Because remember when they had that match a long back and there was like open criticism from Danielson saying like, hey, he should have won that match. Hey, he should have won that match. He's up next. And now here we are a year or so later. And like, here we are again. And Swerve should win this match.
I got to assume that Hangman's winning the Casino Gauntlet. So you would think you'd get Hangman and Swerve for the title.
Yeah.
But what better way to prolong that story than for Hangman to win the Gauntlet only for Swerve not to be champion?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Or I mean,
costing Hangman the title against Bryan.
Or not even that. It's just like Hangman can lose the Gauntlet and then he can come out and cost Swerve the title.
God, no. I'd rather
I don't prefer that not happen.
We don't need that. We
I
don't
think
need
Bryan
anything.
wins clean. I don't think Bryan is done wrestling yet, especially because on Dynamite this week, he cut what I would say is the best promo of his career.
Maybe you want to do a little independent show and wrestle without me knowing I'm going to be there through the curtain and beat you down. Maybe you want to go all the way to Arena, Mexico and hide under a mask under a different alias to try to get your little kicks off again. Guess what? I'm going to be in the streets of Mexico and I'm going to beat you down. Or maybe it gets to the point where you're feeling it a little bit. Maybe you get to the point where you're like, I'm going to have a sit down in my home with my family and I'm going to discuss with my wife, hey, honey, I think I'm going to get back in the ring. I think that I can do it again. Guess where I'm going to be?
Well, I think Danielson's heard enough.
I know who I am. I know a lot of people say it, and they throw it around like it's just some sort of token, like it's some sort of catchphrase. But this isn't. This is the truth. You know it, and I know it. I'm the best fucking wrestler in the world. And I have been for the last 20 years. You said you're gonna cripple me. Well, you're gonna have to do more than that. You're gonna have to damn near kill me, because I will leave my soul in this ring!
Goosebumps.
That was very good. Very, very good. And I love the way it ended with him saying that these people know that I'm going to beat you, and they're all doing yes, and he's doing the yes taunt. Very, very good. And hey, if he loses and that was the last promo he ever does, then what a way to go out. But
it won't be the last.
He's winning.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely gonna win. Also, I saw like a reference. He's wearing like a similar shirt to another promo he cut in WWE. I'm not as much of a historian.
Those are different shirts.
Are they different shirts?
You ever look at clothes before? Can you spot the difference
They're
between these
literally
pictures?
different.
There's lots of them.
They're similar colored shirts.
No, they're not. He probably still owns that shirt on the right. If he wanted to match, he would have. Dumb shit. He's winning this match.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be a tremendous match too.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be great. It's going to be so good. Like the way he ended that promo by having everyone do the yes chant. Like, come on. That's like, and the way that he's leaned into the yes chant now. Because like I remember when he first entered his company and he was like, nah, I'm not doing the yes chant. I don't want to, like that was the other company. This is a new era for me. But now he's just fully leaning into like all of the parts of his history, and it's super fun.
Yeah. I think Bryan Danielson world champion will be pretty cool. It'll be nice to see that. I think he's got plenty of programs that'll be interesting. It'll be nice that he's like the star of the show. That'd be cool. I assume like Swerve's not going anywhere, and really he'll win the title again someday.
Yeah, for sure. Got to go have another best feud in the business with Hangman Adam Page.
I think we're really over exaggerating that.
It's so good.
It's all right.
I love it so much.
It's all right. But I like the idea of Hangman winning the thing, saying, I'm going to get a title shot against Swerve. They should even have a promo after the gauntlet, only for Swerve to lose the title. And then be like, fuck, why do I have this title shot? You ruined my life. Like, I think that would be very great for him to be like, I'm going to chase you. Oh, now I have to go wrestle Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. Crap. Yeah, that'd be good.
Like, he doesn't even want the title. He just wants to fight Swerve.
Yeah. He just wants an excuse to beat the shit out of Swerve.
Cool. It sounds like we made it to the end. Which means I get to say the part that I say every week. We didn't get all of it, folks, but we'll try again, I guess Sunday, when a couple of us return to talk about All In. We'll drop that in your feeds. If you don't like the ads, sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/Fatal4Pod. Only $3 a month gets you access to ad-free episodes and bonus content and the Discord. And speaking of bonus content, this Saturday, there is bonus content coming out from the Didn't Get All of It Japan Boys, featuring Nick Marsico, who some of you may have heard of. That's an interesting podcast. If you love behind-the-scenes talk and goss, there's lots of that there. Also, check out the Squared Circle Strafe podcast that Pro Wrestling Noah hosts every Monday.
Yeah.
Video game talk from Pro Wrestling Noah. And hopefully one day, me, because I really want to be on the show and talk about whatever the fuck I've been playing lately, which for some reason has been Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, so check that out. So yeah, patreon.com/Fatal4Pod to get all the bonus stuff. Didn't Get All of It Japan and Squared Circle Strafe are free, so go sign up for those on your podcast feeds, however you like to listen to that. And if you can't figure any of that out, just go to fatal4pod.com. It's all there. And I think that's it for myself and the rest of the Fatal Four, including B-Rob and Pro Wrestling Noah and Cody. That's it this week. We will see you on Sunday.